Hi everyone, hope you're having a good week so far. First activity today is a phonics activity. Now all I've done is I've written down lots of sounds on a piece of paper. I've written set 2 sounds, but you could use set 1 sounds or set 3 sounds, just whichever ones you feel like you want to work on with your child. I've written down several of each sound. So you can see, for example, E, I've written that down 4 or 5 times. And the idea of the game is that you would call out a sound, so for example, I, and then your child would then either cross off or circle, or we're going to be using these bingo dabbers to dab them off each time you say a sound. And you could also maybe add an element of like a timer to it. Do it within a certain time. Maybe say you've got 10 seconds to cross off as many of the sounds, as many of the E sounds, for example, as possible. So that's the first little activity. The next activity is a really simple writing activity. So I've put at the top, I can see. And originally I was going to do this inside and we were going to watch just a little clip of some animals on BBC, so like a little BBC clip of either like underwater animals or safari animals, something like that. And I was going to pause the video and then get my daughter to write I can see and then finish the sentence and write a couple. So we might do it inside, or because it's quite a nice day today, we might take it outside and we might just write little simple I can see sentences with things that we can see outside. So this is quite a nice one because it's quite a simple sentence for them, so it's not too overwhelming in terms of what they've got to write. They've got the sentence started to help them so they can copy that first bit, I can see, and then they can either do it outside and look around and see what they can see, or it might be nice if on another day when the weather's not so nice to put on a little clip of something, it could be anything, and pause the clip and then get them to write I can see and finish the sentence. So that's the second little activity. And finally, I've done this little number activity. So I've made 4 caterpillars, and the idea is that they just fill in the missing numbers. So the first one, I've started at 7, but it's just going up in 1. So 7, 8, and then they'd fill in 9, 10, and then there's obviously 11, then they do 12, 13, there's 14, and then they do 15, 16. So that one's just counting on there in ones. And the same for the second one. And then the third and fourth caterpillar, I've done a bit of counting in 2s. So again, you just fill in the missing numbers, so 2, 4, 6, and then the next one would be 8. And then the final one, we've done some counting in 10s. So the top 2, you might want to use for reception or year 1. The bottom 2, are more year 1 level, but you might want to try it with your reception child as a bit of a challenge, but they might need a bit more guidance with that one. You can find lots of these kind of activities on Twinkl. So Twinkl is like an online resource platform, and at the moment they're offering it free to parents over this period of time. So if you wanted to find sheets like this online, if you've got a printer, you could print some off from there as well, or you can just quickly make some like this one.